Okay, so unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunately, I had an accident whereby the cell dropped forward while I had this thing upside down and hit the wall and knocked that out. So it's still a fair way into the water zone, and what we're looking at here is just straight up signal from a signal generator. There's next to nothing in the way of amperage behind this, so we'll just do a sweep on this cell. We'll fill it up here with tap water. And I'll do a sweep and see if we see any sort of higher point in a resonant sense. Okay, so I'll set the scope so it's got a fairly tall signal and set it so I've got the floor against one of those graduations there, so that I can tell if it gets bigger or smaller. And we'll just start dialing down the frequency in 100 Hz steps and see what happens to the signal. That's 100 Hz. Have a look at the ripple. See this ripple afterwards? That's a song the cell is singing. So we want to sort of see if we can dial into that. So let's dial up until we get a frequency that's packed close enough together to be looking like something like that, and see if we get an increase. We're going up, we're at 7,000, 8, 9, 10k. So nothing really much changes. $22k. That's a really broad response that you get out of these kind of arrangements of metal in water. 31k. I'll just skip to jumping in steps of 1000 rather than 100, so we can rip our way up the spectrum a bit quicker. Okay, here we go. 44k, 50k, 60k, 70k, 90k, 100k, 130k, 150, 200, 250, 300, 'And so in regards to it behaving as a capacitor, it doesn't really change much. I'm still climbing. It's just still a flat response. $500K. $600K. What's happening here? We're at 600. Oh, look at that. Now, something interesting's happening. Look at that. So now that I'm near something weird, I'm going to adjust the steps down and dial in a bit closer and see what's going on here. Oh, look at that. Certainly something going on here, isn't there? Well, that's really quite interesting because we've come across some sort of resonant spot where there's like a cancellation of waves between waves, because we're at such a high frequency there shouldn't be those gaps between. We're at 625 and it turns into like a envelope sawtooth thing. Okay, so we're definitely something weird going on at that. Let me try and get it as close as possible. 624. Okay, well that would give me ideas to do a ramp sweep function over time with a frequency between this set where we're starting to see this envelope start and disappear, and then we will create like a whipping behavior to the frequency. So next we'll be pulling apart this crossover here. This is a crossover out of some hi-fi gear. There's a 3 millihenry, I guess that's a 0.2. I can't see what the label is on that one. And we'll set these up like this thing here, which is a parallel tank circuit, and you know, we'll try and tune something to behave like this at this frequency so we can essentially sing the song the cell wants to hear. Thanks for watching.